Hello, my name is Nujum. Today we're going to play some Hearthstone. Is my sound on? No, it's not. Sorry. We are going to play Taunt Warrior Round 2. So this is obviously a deck I've made before, but before I didn't have Death Lords and I didn't have a big game hunter. I think I also had Ragnaros. Before it was much more about getting to the late game, right? But I feel like I could make a better approach out of, just using my taunts well. Did I not? That's weird. I wanted this. I may as well go down the list. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 taunts. And yes, target dummy is purely there for the bolster value. I keep finding it that I don't have the mana to play bolster because I'm too busy just playing on curve. This deck curves out very, very well, but it decks out well enough that it doesn't actually need bolster, which is kind of amusing. It just plays a very defensive warrior, so versus things like the Murloc Shaman that's been, I wouldn't say very popular, but it's been showing up here and there. You can definitely struggle a little bit. Revenge is a card that I put one of purely because I think it's an interesting card, and I've wanted to play around with it, and I don't play enough Warrior to play around with it, so I think I replaced a Slam with that. 2 Acolytes of Pain, you need card draw if you're going to get the bolster combo off. I put in Hogger because I opened him up in like a random pack, and I was like, oh, let's play this in Taunt Warrior, and that's like half the reason I'm playing this deck, if I'm honest. Sylvanas generally over like a really strong card. Kel'Thuzad is one of these cards that's only really good if you have a board, but usually you can get off a good like Brawl into Sledge Belcher combo and then follow up with Kel'Thuzad, so he usually works. I would love to put in a second Brawl, but frankly I'm worried that I'm not going to be having, actually I could cut out a Sen'jin Shieldmaster. The thing is then my turn 4 is really weak. Because, as you can see, my turn 5 I only have 2 cards, turn 4 I only have 3 cards, turn 3, Acolyte of Pain, Defender of... King's Defender has actually been really, really strong for me after, like, a Noyatron and such, but I'm not entirely sure about it. Now you might be wondering, hey, what about that new 7-mana, 7/7/1/1 Taunt Kai? I don't have the new League of Explorers wing, so I don't have that card, just straight up. So instead, Shieldmaster, trying to leverage my life. I also have a lot of weapons. King's Defender, you can use it a lot, but I don't have a lot of armor game. And so this deck is a lot of minion combat. You might also notice that I cut out I think in this previous deck I had Frothing Berserker as an Armor Smith. Turns out a lot of people in Constructed have a lot of removal, like Mage, Druid. You're not going to keep your taunts up for very long, so I kept finding that Frothing Berserker, while it would end up being like a 4/4, a 6/4 sometimes, it would still like die and it wouldn't really clear the board very well, and it didn't combo with my bolster. So this deck is more tunneling onto the bolster aspect. I don't even have Shield Slam, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I do have 1 Shield Maiden, but obviously that's not enough to consistently get off that specific combo. Anyways, we're gonna try it out. Let's go to the games. Alright, Shaman, probably an aggressive Shaman. This deck tends to do pretty well versus aggressive decks, just because it can shut out the aggro pretty hard. If I get King's Defender, I win, but I don't know if I want to rely on me getting King's Defender. I think I'm going to coin a Noyatron, so I don't think I should. I think I mulligan for Corsair, because I think it's going to be turn 1 a Noyatron, turn 2 Bolster, and then turn 3 we'll see how it is. Also depends a lot on... I guess if he doesn't play a 1-drop here, I might hold up. He might be playing a much slower deck. I've also meant to talk about Taunt a little bit more. I think I covered why I think it's very strong in the first episode. but I don't think it's actually as powerful as I originally thought of it, because if you have a deck with like a buff card like Bolster, you want to have a lot of minion combat. This is interesting. Is this Battlecry Shaman maybe? I tried Battlecry Shaman on my other European account, because I do have the first wing of League of Explorers there. And I kept finding that I didn't want to play my Battlecry cards because, oh, never mind, it's not Battlecry Shaman, it's like the Overload one? Wait, that makes no sense. Ooh, oh my god. Oh my god. Do I go for this? No, this is better. I shouldn't just throw my,
That was an error.
Oh my god, I'm so bad. For some reason... Oh my god. For some reason I was like, oh easy, I'll just use target dummy. Okay, well that's fine. I'll just use target dummy. Oh yeah, the spell damage showed him. I'll just use target dummy to clear that 2-3 wolf. I did it in the wrong order as well. I would have killed my target dummy if it had charge for some reason. Oh, that was not. Don't look, guys. It's okay. Okay. See what he has. Lightning bolt. That's fine. Now you're gonna see the insane value King's Defender can get. I was actually theory crafting. Ooh, that's also pretty good. But I think this is going to be a little bit better right now. It does make my turn 6 kind of awkward though. I was theory crafting like a weapons warrior deck, and I think King's Defender is going to be really important in that kind of deck. You know, one that had something like the Pirate Legendary that gives your weapon +1/+1 and upgrade. I think that could be a really fun deck to explore. That's interesting. How do I want to deal with that? Might just play Belcher here. Or Sylvanas. Sylvanas is also generally a good answer. Let's go ahead and clear this. Hopefully he doesn't have a second Earthshock. Or a way to deal 1 damage. Maybe it's like Totem Shaman? I'm not actually sure what it is yet. He's played Feral Spirits, which doesn't really say anything. Feral Spirits in general, I don't think it's a very good card. Like, the Taunt can be pretty useful if you have a board. That's the main thing I'm finding with Taunt, is that if you don't have minions to protect, it's not very valuable. But there's not a lot of good early game minions to protect that don't just get targeted out by spells, so I'm finding what's better is just yeah, here we go. Things like this happen, right? Wait, wouldn't he want me to take this? Shouldn't I have... Okay, whatever. I kind of want to tank the 3 damage. What could he have? Alakir? This is my only weapon. For now. I didn't get a lot of draw off my Acolyte. Maybe I should have focused on that. Nah, I kind of want to face tank the 3-1. It's fine. I have armor. By the way, this card is interesting because that means this deck runs Bloodlust. Most likely. Unless it's like some kind of weird hobgoblin thing. Which would be pretty funny, I'll admit. Lightning Storm. I'll take it. I mean, granted, he doesn't realize how bad my 3 cards in hand are. Whoa, that's pretty good, actually. I might actually kill that with my slime. Or not.
Death does not scare me.
Obviously, I could have bolstered to kill this, but because I only had the Acolyte in my hand, I was kind of worried about my position. Let's see if he's willing to hex the Deathlord. Deathlord is such a good card because if you try to silence it, well, good for me, I guess, because now I don't have to worry about the Death Rattle, which can lose you the games in some matchups. On the other hand, Deathlord is ooh, that's really good. That's really, really good. Let's see if I get something. Is it good? Because now I have a much easier way to proc it. We'll save it. Execute's like a really powerful card. Easily like one of the best cards in Warrior. I think I talked about this, but I think every class gets a little bit carried by very few cards, right? And Execute is one of these cards that makes Warrior what they are. Execute and Shield Slam, I think, because it gives Warrior so much removal. I wonder if I save Cruel Taskmaster, or if I just play it. It's kind of tempting to just play it. What is with these Divine Shields? Is there anything that Shaman can do that makes me really think Divine Shield would be good? Not really. Well, let's try to be a little bit more active. Even though we are Warrior, we can stack armor forever. We haven't really drawn any cards yet, and he's drawn 2. I did go second as well, which means I drew the extra card. Thinking about if this game will go to fatigue. Probably won't matter. I would like to get one of my other weapons. Oh, that's not bad. That's also not bad. Hello. Do I brawl this? If I don't, how much damage do I take? If I don't brawl this, I take 12 damage. -2. I could Acolyte Revenge, Execute. He's playing Azure Drake. How much am I willing to bet he has something like Ragnaros or Dr. Boom that I want to kill later? I do have a big game hunter in my deck, but I need to draw it for that card to be relevant. So I think I go with this thing. I could also kill this, but that's not going to be too relevant, I don't think. I think taking 8 damage, while taking 6 damage when I don't have to. It's just, you know, I'd rather not. Also, he played this on the wrong side, but, you know. Ooh, it's actually quite good. Kel'Thuzad. What did I say? We just need Sludge Belcher now. King's Defender. Can kill off the 2/1. I can actually brawl King's Defender. Depending on what he gets. I mean, wait. But his board's gonna be filled with these useless, like, totems with 2 health. I could play this. What'll he do? He'll trade the Azure Drake in, which I think I want him to do. And then, like, he'll Hero Power again. And then the turn after that I can brawl. Shield. Maybe I don't even Shield Master. 9, 4, 4, 8, 17, 17 damage? No, thank you. No, thank you. I can tank 17 damage, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. Hopefully next turn I draw something like a Sludge Belcher, so that even when he has his totem... What would actually be the best draw? Oh my god. How much is this? 9, 5... And he's gonna, like, Crackle Face? Well played. That's a lot of damage. Probably undead. Most likely. Yep, that's lethal. Well played to him. Very cool deck. I was expecting the Bloodlust, but I didn't prepare for it. Shame. That was my bad. I knew it was coming because of all the Divine Shield minions. And then I let him do it. Aw, that's a shame. Usually against decks that combo like that, I'm very well off because of all my taunts. But he was able to clear most of my taunts fairly effectively. GG. Good on him. Paladin. This is going to be very similar to the Shaman game where if I don't have a board set up over him, I think I'm just going to lose. Acolyte of Pain, generally a good card no matter what you're playing against. I actually don't have that much early game. Maybe I should have harder mulligan for, well, not that, but, I have 1 Fiery War Axe. I think that's one of the questionable decisions. I do think Fiery War Axe is better than King's Defender, like, even in situations where King's Defender just gets better value. This hand looks like it could have potential. I can definitely stack taunts, but I get the feeling that's going to be redemption all of a sudden. Don't know what gives me that feeling, but playing a death rattle minion right after you play a secret, yeah, it's probably going to be the one that revives the minion. So we'll just take it slow, see if he has the muster for battle, and then we can proc it on one of his little dudes. Interesting. So he doesn't have muster, because otherwise he wouldn't proc the Divine Shield. Minibot is one of those cards that can be fairly hard to deal with. How do I want to deal with it? I can Death Spite, hit with my Acolyte, hit with my Death Spite, and it's going to spawn back. Wait, no. That doesn't actually work, does it? I could just draw. Or I can set up the Death Spite by just going face. I don't think I care if he goes this way. I could draw with my Acolyte and just armor up. That's very passive. But I don't really have a turn 5. Let's go for this, I guess. Whew, King's Defender. If I want to play it next turn, I'd have to play the token. I don't want to play into Redemption. So... maybe I should have traded my 1-2 into his 2-2, and then he would have traded into my 3-2. Oh my god. That's pretty good for him. That's probably like as good as that card's ever going to be. So... Ooh, Deathlord. Luckily, he doesn't have much of a board, so it doesn't really matter. I'm basically just looking for my bolster at this point. I have so many taunt cards. Hawker's gonna be nice, after he used one of his Consecrates. I'm guessing this is some kind of cheesy, like, Divine Shield Paladin. Like, not just like standard Secret Paladin. Because he played Loot. Whoa, okay. I'm even less sure of what this is now. I wonder if it's worth just killing off the mini-bot. Could just Hogger. The thing is, I get the feeling that I'm going to need to remove this, and if he plays bigger minions that I need to remove, then I'm going to have just a hard time with this Redemption up. So I think it's better to proc the Redemption now. The thing is, like, what do I play after that? Well, I can play my Dread Corsair, but it dies for free to that. Not technically for free, because I can then kill it later with the King's Defender. Okay. Proc the Redemption, because this, I'd rather have it proc on this minion. Oh. Oh, I've made a mistake, okay. I've been playing around with the wrong card this whole game, shoot. It's okay, we'll draw, execute next turn, and then we can drop Shield Maiden and execute. It's fine. Actually, we might need it for whatever comes out of Deathlord now, because this is one of the situations where Deathlord can lose you the game. And that's okay. Dragon Paladin. Is there any cards outside of this 5/5 that I'm really scared of? Ysera, Chromagus. Oh, hello, Ysera. Yep. Okay, how do we deal with this? Kelther freaking Zod. Holy shit. Hogger doesn't do anything. Hogger just dies. I can kill the 2/6 for free. Play this guy.
I wonder.
I don't like that play. Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden means that if he uses Ysera to kill my 3/1, I can kill his 8/5. Also puts down more damage on Ysera if Ysera clears that. Ysera would go down to 9. I can't actually clear it next turn unless I equip Death Spite. But I think it's the stronger play. I think in this matchup, it's going to be much more about value, because he's going to have a lot more value minions than I am, so I need to get a lot of value out of Kel'Thuzad and Hogger. He probably has double Consecrate, so if he plays the Consecrate here, I don't think I'm too sad. Because that means he would go, oh my god, what is this? Oh god, that's annoying. It's pretty good. Face? Why not, man? 2 Ysera cards now. Ysera cards are so insane. Annoyotron's not going to do it for me. Shoot. I can clear the 4/7, but I still don't have a way to deal with his minions. This gets dealt with fairly easily. But then again, so does everything else in my hand. This is a real problem with the deck. Kel'Thuzad does nothing. I can equip Deathspite, but who cares? These two, so weak. So weak. This is where I would normally have like Ragnaros would be really helpful, but I wasn't anticipating many control matchups.
I wonder.
Yeah, this is bad for me. I think I have to do the Hogger play because it keeps these guys off my face and it uses my mana a little bit more effectively. I can actually play Annoyotron. I didn't realize this, to protect my Hogger. It's very weak to Consecrate. He wouldn't have Consecrated until now either, which means that I'm just really setting myself up to get blown away. But regardless, I think it's the play because it puts on the most power.
I wield the power.
Blackwing Corruptor is fine. Most likely he'll deal with the Hogger. Sword of Justice ends up not being much better than Light's Justice in this case, because he's just using it to clear... There we go. Here comes the power of Ysera. I really needed one of my 2 executes by now. And he's going to be able to clear my board as well, which is not very good. In fact, is he going face? Oh! Well played. Lost both games. That's a shame. Alright. 2 control games. Kind of control-y games in a row. Makes me think that I don't have enough value in my deck. Hogger's clearly not doing much for me, so if you want to play this deck on your own, maybe cut Hogger for something bigger. Chromagus? Chromagus can gain a lot of value if I have draw, but I don't exactly have a lot of draw. If I had something like Slam, I'd be more inclined to put in Chromagus. You can even make a pretty good Dragon Warrior out of this. The reason I'm not putting in stuff like Ragnaros and Gruul, by the way, these high value minions, is because I'm worried about Big Game Hunter. It's not ideal for me to play a giant card and just have it slammed. So my plan with this deck was very much to just counter aggression and beat down the opposing hero and outlast them. There are several games I've played of this that have gone to fatigue. It's a shame that I didn't get any really good games, but here's the deck. There's how it performed, unfortunately. I hope you all enjoyed the video. My name is Nujum. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!